And that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Bob Harris. And don't forget that if you'd like to hear more great country music, then I'm here every Thursday night at 9 with The Country Show right here on Radio 2. On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. The Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, will sign a deal with her French counterpart in Paris tomorrow, aimed at reducing the number of migrants who try to cross the Channel in small boats. The UK will provide extra funds to increase patrols on the French beaches, as Daniel Sanford explains.
This deal had been close for several months, but the French were reluctant to finalise it until there was a stable government here in the UK. Tomorrow, the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, will be in Paris to sign an agreement that will increase the money the UK pays to the French from around £55 million a year to around £63 million. But the British government has always stressed that there's no single solution to the problem of thousands of migrants risking their lives crossing the Channel in small boats. And while this renewed deal will further disrupt the people smugglers operating in France, it's unlikely to end their trade.
The Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, says everyone must expect to pay more tax in the coming months. He's due to announce how he plans to fix the public finances when he delivers his autumn statement on Thursday. The BBC understands that income tax thresholds could be frozen until 2028. At least 6 people have been killed in an explosion in a busy shopping area of Istanbul. Turkey's vice president said the blast was thought to be a terrorist attack carried out by a woman. Barsin Yinank is a journalist in Istanbul. She says a well-known militant group could be responsible.
The PKK has been waging a war of terror since late 1980s, early 1990s. The PKK had not targeted civilians in Turkey for some years. But since Turkey is heading towards elections, there was always the suspicion that, Turkey could brace for these kind of incidents.
Britain's George Russell has won his first Formula One Grand Prix. He took the checkered flag in the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo ahead of his Mercedes teammate Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari's Carlos Sainz Jr. In the Premier League, Manchester United beat Fulham 2-1 at Craven Cottage, and it was the same scoreline at Brighton as Aston Villa secured their first away win in the league this season. Villa's manager Unai Emery says he's been pleased with the response of his players since joining the club earlier this month.
Now is the moment to take confidence, to be together, to create our way and to build our feelings as well. And to be happy with our supporters because they are helping us, and I think we have to create this connection.
And the former England footballer Tony Adams has withdrawn from Strictly Come Dancing after hurting himself in yesterday's show. He said he'd experienced a roller coaster of emotion appearing on the show. The remaining 8 couples will take to the dance floor at the Blackpool Tower Ballroom next week. And the weather, showery rain pushing into western areas overnight, cloud and clear spells everywhere else. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 10.
Now, BBC Radio 2 unwinds with Angela Griffin.
Well, it is cold. It's been wet and it has been windy. The only place to be right now, if you have a choice, obviously, is inside, curled up, wrapped up and listening to Unwind here on Radio 2. Welcome. You're here with me, Angela Griffin, and I'm going to be your guide for the next couple of hours. And it is actually a bit of a special show this evening as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of the official UK charts here with some of the most streamed songs ever. Only the chillest ones, of course. I've got music on the way from Blackstreet, Adele, the Beatles and loads more. But we are going to start off with one from 1960. This is At Last by Etta James.